If you haven't already heard, you can now buy Filament at your local Hobby Lobby, and I figured there's no better way for me to test this out than to spend over $200 on a bunch of their different 3D printing products, including a bunch of their Filament, and test them all out for you. Now, I ended up having to go to multiple different locations to find as many of these different filament options as I could. My local one was completely out of all of the 3D printing supplies. They're in the arts and crafts sections of the stores as well. There should be one sort of display that has all of the different filament and other 3D printer add-ons as well. Now, all of your basic PLA colors, everything from black, whites, greens, reds, yellows, blues, that's gonna run you $12.99 per roll. So not horribly priced when you're comparing this to what you might be able to find online. And where you start to see some price variations is when you mix in the different types of materials. So here for this wood PLA, this is $15.99. Your basic silk PLA is $17.99. For whatever reason, the dual silk PLA is $18.99. And then the one that's the most odd to me pricing wise is the marble PLA is $19.99. I would have thought this would have been in the $12.99 category or along with wood at $15.99. And again, not horribly priced when you consider that you can pick these up locally when you're in a pinch and can't wait for them to be delivered and ordered online. Plus, the other big benefit of being able to buy these from Hobby Lobby is more than likely in the future, they are gonna have sales and coupon deals where you're gonna be able to get further discounts on these materials. Now, I'm not sure who the actual manufacturer is of this filament. I'm not entirely familiar with this plastic spool here, but this does fit in the AMS and CFS units for your multicolor 3D printers. I haven't had any issues with printing any of these, and in fact, I've used all of the standard profiles like Bamboo PLA or Elegoo Rapid PLA or even Prusa filament when printing all of these. I didn't use any of the generic profile options, and they've all turned out really good. And all the spools are really nicely wound, and when it comes to the actual colors, these are much more of a deeper, darker version of each of these basic PLA colors than what I've typically seen with some of the other manufacturers that are out there. Like here, look at this red. This is a really deep, dark red compared to Elegoo Rapid PLA or Prusa PLA. One of the other interesting things that I noticed with printing with the wood filament is that typically when you're printing with wood PLA, it smells like burning wood when you're printing with it. I almost got no scent with this whatsoever when printing with it. That's not a bad thing. I mean, it definitely looks like your traditional wood PLA. It also has that sort of wood PLA textured finish that you have. It's very, very, very matte when it comes to the actual overall printed look of your parts. So just something to consider if you're considering. I don't know how much wood is actually in this filament compared to some of the other wood PLAs that are out there. The silk filaments also printed really good. This is almost, it's almost not a silk PLA, in my opinion. This is almost just more of a silver PLA that I've used with other brands versus something that's really glossy and vibrant. This is much more of a dull silver than what we traditionally see. The dual PLA also printed really nicely, gives you that nice dual color effect when printing with it. So just something to consider if you're looking for those options locally. But overall, these prints turned out really good. And again, the odd one in the group is this marble PLA. Again, it printed great and it looks good. I would not spend $19.99 for a roll of marble PLA. This would, in my opinion, be the same price or as the wood PLA or just the basic PLA. This is nothing special, in my opinion. And just as a comparison, here's the Elegoo Marble PLA, and as you can see, it's a few shades darker, and I actually prefer this darker variation than the white marble. Now, I was excited to see that they had some other 3D printing related tools in the area for you to buy. I did not buy the calipers. Those look almost identical to the ones that I get from Harbor Freight. Then they also had a file tool set that you could also purchase. I skipped on that because I have those, but I wanted to check out the respooler or the spool casing here. This basically works just like any of the other ones that you typically find from Bamboo Lab. The material feels a little bit more plasticky than this here, but in general, it snaps together and twists and locks together just like you would with any of these other spools. And again, for $2.99, it's a cheap option for anybody that doesn't want to print your own or doesn't have spares. And then one thing that I really think is great that they're offering is a deburring tool in this area for $8.50. It comes with some extra tool heads there. This is a really great tool. Again, you can find these on Amazon and other sites like that, but in general, if you don't already have a deburring tool, this makes the cleanup process of removing some of the excess brims or elephant's feet of your 3D prints so much easier. And finally, they have CA glue and activator that you can buy. This was $8.50 for the CA glue and $6.99 for the activator. And my stores did not have the bundled combo that some stores that I've seen online offer. So keep an eye out for that. But again, a great option to have available there locally that you can pick up. And this stuff works great for any of your 3D printing projects or just your projects in general. Now, would I recommend that you drop everything and run out and buy some of this for yourself? No, not necessarily. You're going to definitely be able to find better deals if you shop around and order the filament online that you typically would do anyways. But if you're in a pinch, again, you have a local option that I think is fantastic to see. And I'm honestly hoping that they expand out the lineup here to PETG or even things like TPU in the future. But I guess we'll wait and see. But it's just as popular as it is here locally in Rochester, New York, I have a feeling we're gonna see some expanding lineups of filament options. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about Hobby Lobby getting into the 3D printing market and what other accessories that you'd like to see available locally to you. I also wanna say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters for your continued support and me making videos just like this one here. I've got a project video here coming up in the next few days, so make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Hey, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.